And welcome to Battle of the Beasts 4. I'm Sonny Garfunkel, sitting alongside...
Not the iconic symbol that you think it is. No, it is Battle of the Beast 4, and I am Lenny Woodcock.
Wow. Very interesting, Lenny. So, we're jumping right in here, Lenny, into our first match. It's a steel cage match, obviously you can see. We've got Vicious Malfunk with Triple H, and we've got Loser 924 with AJ Styles.
What better way to start off the Sweets Battle of the Beast 4 than with a steel cage match?
And if you remember correctly,
I don't.
Loser 924, former Sweets champion.
Ooh, former
Sweets champion, looking to regain that crown, become the first ever two-time Sweets champion. But we have a quite the bracket of competitors this time with Battle of the Beast 4.
Quite the rough road ahead.
That's
in order
right.
to become a repeat champion here.
We know that it doesn't just happen by accident. You need to bring your best when it comes to Battle of the Beasts, and I bet we can count on that.
We can. But can he count on being not just the Sweets champion, the first ever two-time Sweets champion, but also being $500 richer once again?
Yes, that's big. That is a very, very big. Something that no one can claim yet.
No one has claimed that yet.
No one's claimed it yet.
No one has claimed twice to get more cheddar, De Niro, ice.
It'll count. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Loser 924 in trouble here, stopping Malfunk from getting out of that cage. Obviously, Lenny, the only way to win this match is to climb out of the cage, land on the outside.
I like that rule. I'm not a big fan of pinfall, submissions, and escape. I just like, if you're in a cage, the only way to win is to get out.
That's it.
First person out wins.
That's
Simple, easy.
That's exactly
not
right.
confusing. I love these rules.
Makes it
and
simple.
Two very well-versed veterans, especially in cage matches, both with AJ and Triple H here.
So now if we're looking at the well-documented history of the Battle of the Beast tournaments, we know how crucial the finishing maneuvers are, and they come into play. Loser 924, obviously, with the phenomenal forearm, that cage is going to hinder it a little bit.
Very true. Good point. Very good point. And also, AJ not able to exercise that calf crusher.
No.
As there's no submissions.
I mean, he could.
He could.
To maybe stop Malfunk from climbing out of the cage, but he's not going to win that way.
Do you want to know what else could stop AJ Styles dead in his tracks?
What's that?
A pedigree.
A pedigree could.
Which we have not. I have not seen it yet here in Battle of the Beast 1 through 4. I have not seen it.
No.
So I'm looking forward to a pedigree.
I feel that the finishing maneuvers are going to come into play here in a big way as Malfunk is about to climb out.
Ooh.
But
Trying to get his footing.
we haven't seen a pedigree. We haven't seen anything. Loser 94 easily able to stop that.
I want a pedigree.
I feel like you might get one.
I feel that we are the pedigree of commentators.
Oh!
They call that the electric chair drop, like young ladies and gentlemen. The electric chair.
Lenny obviously been studying up.
Shockwaves through your body, as far as I'm concerned. Hence The electricity.
Wow, and there's the calf crusher. We were
Oh,
talking about this.
Like you said it, right in the middle of the ring.
We were actually talking about this. He won't win with this, but it's very possible.
If a man can't walk, he can't climb.
Smart
I've said
words.
that for years.
Smart words, Lenny.
Vicious backbreaker. Oh,
Actually, both
Hunter. Instinct. Perhaps instinct's kicking in here.
Potentially.
Pinfalls will not get you the W. Will not get you that fat dub, as they say.
That is what they
No,
say.
there's only one way, and that is escape. Can you go through the door?
I've yet to see it.
Ah.
I don't know. I see a door there, but I don't know if anyone's actually attempted it.
Oh, close. This is as high as someone's gotten so far. Remember,
He's
ladies and
halfway. He's
gentlemen, damage retention is on.
As always.
The longer this match goes, the more it favors the other competitors in this tournament.
That's why you need to bring your best to Battle of the Beast, because if damage retention is on, which it always is,
Yes.
you have to fight a war to get to that championship.
A war. Every round is a war.
It really is.
Ooh.
Ooh, it looks like
Alpha's not moving. Oh, starting to stir
he's stirring a
now.
little bit. Loser 94 struggling a little bit with his feet on that steel.
Always important to get your footing on a climb. Always one little slip and,
That's exactly right. But
Oh!
Loser 94
Oh,
looks
get
to
there.
be one leg.
Get
one
there.
leg.
Oh!
Malfa
He's
just
up.
watching.
Get there!
Is it too late?
Too slow. That has to do it. It is
Loser
over,
94.
ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Former Sweets champion moving on.
That's big. That's big. He's
Was it
starting.
expected? Was it expected?
Well, we saw a calf crusher.
We did?
We did not see a Styles Clash or a phenomenal forearm.
No. Oh,
we
no.
did not see a
Pedigree.
pedigree.
I was really upset about the pedigree.
So
How-
it does make sense.
But the very unique style of AJ Styles, his speed, his agility. I'm not very surprised he moved on to the second round. Wow, look at this banger we got.
we have McWhiskers with Hollywood Hogan taking on Lil King Tut with Samoa Joe and Extreme
Lil
Rules
King
match.
Tut. Like that name.
That's right.
Extreme Rules, meaning anything goes, ladies and gentlemen.
And Lil King Tut, McWhiskers, not a newcomer here to the tournament. He's been in a couple. But Lil King Tut is a new name that I feel like is making his debut here on Battle of the Beast.
I feel like I'll remember that name.
Lil King Tut. But again, that first matchup there, Loser 924 starting the journey again to become a 2-time Sweets champion. What do you think of that, Lynn?
I think it would make history. I think anything is possible. Especially when there'd be a grand total in winnings. $1,000.
That'd be huge.
That would be massive.
That would be huge for him.
That would be massive. Speaking of massive, I did happen to see a big announcement you made last week on the Sweets, or maybe it was earlier this week. I lose track of my days.
That was good. It was a while.
I was really excited about that.
The Creed Invitational.
I was very excited about that.
I think everybody else is as well.
Will they need commentators? Could it possibly mean more? Do they have catering?
I don't know any of the details. I know that right now they're sorting out the qualifiers. We can try to get our foot in the door, Lenny. I feel like nobody could do a better job than us, but it's really out of my hands.
I feel I should do the negotiating.
I feel like you should be the last one to
I
negotiate.
feel I should be the first one in the door doing the negotiating.
I feel like they don't even know that you exist until you're sitting in the chair, and it's a job well done.
Perhaps you're right.
It's probably the
Oh,
best.
so Joe taking it to Hollywood here.
That's Lil King Tut and McWhiskers. This is big. If you had to take a guess here, Lenny, what would you say? What would you say? Who's the advantage here?
I would say McWhiskers with the advantage, just given the fact that he has some experience.
That is
Experience
true.
plays a huge role in these tournaments, as we have seen before.
Well, and speaking of experience, though,
Yes.
we've got Lil King Tut as Samoa Joe. We know Samoa Joe has a ton of experience in these tournaments.
A great deal.
Almost always making it to the finals.
At least semifinals.
A solid pick. A very solid pick to represent.
And clearly dishing out the punishment as we see.
But also Extreme Rules. I mean, anything could come into play. Including spinning back fist apparently.
There you go. There you go. Jabbing away.
So what are we looking at here? We're looking at probably a coquina clutch or a leg drop.
Ooh, a good old-fashioned leg drop for the dub. A possibility.
It's gotten the job done.
What I would like to see is somebody grab a steel chair. Anything goes.
Extreme Rules. We also need to keep in mind as we proceed in this tournament, we do have a Sweets in the Bank briefcase.
Ooh, I forgot.
Chief
I didn't
JD
forget I'm a professional, but good point.
waiting in the wings. Is he going to cash in? Is he going to cash in during the tournament? Is he not going to cash in during the tournament? Is he going to cash in? Which match would he cash in on? I don't know.
Well, if we've seen a cash in before.
We
As a matter
have.
of fact, we've seen it the last Battle of the Beast number place.
That's right.
We did see it unsuccessfully cashed in, if I do recall.
Yes.
So
Yes.
anything can happen here on the Sweets.
Cashed in to make it a triple threat. Unfortunately, was unsuccessful. Now Chief JD, Sweets in the Bank. We'll see what he decides to do. Always lurking. But I know that if I was just Rick 64, our current Sweets champion, I'd need to have some eyes in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like McWhiskers taking it to Lil King Tut a little bit.
I just want to see a leg drop.
We got to be getting close. We got to be getting close. We know these first round matchups could go either way, as we saw in the first ever Battle of the Beast tournament. I believe there was a match. It was about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It was very fast.
Ooh.
And then we've also seen ones that this could do it right here. No.
A very unique move by the Hulkster there, doing a Samoan drop to a Samoan Joe. Clip that one. Clip that one, network.
Maybe a little head games there, a little mind games.
Perhaps psychology. Either way, very funny for me.
Very funny for you. Very interesting.
Here we go, quick cover. Referee's a little slow, perhaps out of position.
I feel like that's a common thread on every Battle of the Beast, is that referee is either out of position or slow on the count. That's one thing you gotta fight against here on Battle of the Beast.
Well, you have to take it into consideration. That's why submissions are good to grab. You want to make sure you hit your finishing maneuver to fully incapacitate your opponent so that if the referee does take an extra 4 or 5 seconds, as per usual, you at least have a fighting chance of winning.
That's the key to using those finishing maneuvers, those signature maneuvers. You need to have someone down for more than a 3 count.
Hulkster with a big right hand.
And just flexing. I don't know if this is the time for that. What do you think, Lenny?
Hulkster's always preached that it is an upper body business, so it makes perfect sense to me that he's flexing. However, it could come back to bite him in his lower extremities.
Very possible, very possible. Big Samoan drop! Wow!
Now a Samoan Joe doing a Samoan drop to a Hulkster. That makes more sense in my life.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, is what they say.
Ah.
Goose and gander, both in there. Samoan drops all around.
Whoa, submission hold here.
Perhaps softening him up for that coquina clutch.
Why wouldn't he just grab it from this position? He's in position to grab it right here.
Maybe he knows the Hulkster's still a little bit too strong.
Ah.
Maybe he knows he's not quite where he needs him yet. That's just my guess. Just my guess.
Hulkster fighting back. Both men exchanging. Oh, and a huge overhead belly-to-belly suplex.
Wow!
From the Samoan submission machine, and here he's feeling it. Here we go.
That's what you can expect. And the Hulkster, obviously not a small man here. Oh, that's coquina!
He's locked it in.
That's coquina!
He's locked it in. Nowhere to go.
Hulkster's in huge trouble right here.
Nowhere to go. And that's it. That's going to do it.
Wow!
Unbelievable.
Did you see that one coming?
Perhaps you were right. He was softening him up. I thought the Hulkster had a moment there when he actually broke free, but Joe bided his time, and Lil King Tut is moving on. Well done.
Lil King Tut moving on.
Never give a Samoa Joe your back. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
What is happening back here? Oh!
Well done!
The Hitman and Adam Cole, a baby, are exchanging right hands backstage.
They couldn't even wait. We have Prizik with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, my goodness.
And we have Sonya Blade with Chubbs.
Oh, my goodness.
And we've seen this happen before. They couldn't even wait to get in the ring. We've got to fight backstage.
Well, I'm gonna center out Chugs here for a moment. I mean, he was one who approached the Hitman.
He started it.
Not wasting any time, actually trying to get a nice psychological and physical advantage here. He knows there can only be one winner here in the Battle of the Beast tournament.
Well, and so this is the key too. We've seen that the backstage brawls, in order to win, Lenny, there's no referee. There's no pins. There's no submissions.
Which means
no sharpshooter. Sharpshooter will not end the match here. You need to knock out your opponent. What does Prizik with Bret Hart, what does he have to knock out an opponent?
we've also seen in these kind of backstage brawls, things get very bloody very quickly.
That's true.
So, I mean, Brett, no stranger to a pile driver. Perhaps a pile driver can do it.
That could do
Perhaps
it.
smashing his opponent's head, causing some blood loss. That could possibly
That
do it.
could do it.
Who knows in these backstage segments?
And we know, we've touched on this several times. When a man sees his own blood, he goes to a different place.
A different place.
I'm very curious. We know that Chugs has that Panama Sunrise
Yes,
Canadian
yes.
Destroyer variation that would definitely knock out any man. But he also has that last shot, Shining Wizard, which also could knock out a man.
Mm-hmm.
So, as technically sound as Prizik and Bret Hart are, I don't know if this type of thing favors him, and maybe that's why Chugs attacked him.
Oh, wait a minute. A flatliner right there on the concrete floor. Chugs taking over, and he's not wasting any time. Both men are moving around backstage. God knows where there's go. Oh, I see a ladder in the background.
Someone's getting
Wait a minute.
interviewed.
Who is that in the background, dude? I see various superstars.
They're moving around. There's a parking lot.
There's a steel chair there. Security, no idea what's going on.
Security's just waiting. He's just kind of watching. He's running. The
Security wants no part of this.
Security's not even attempting to stop.
That man earning his money.
He gets paid to stand there and watch the limousine. He has zero intention of stopping this or helping anyone.
I bet when he showed up to work tonight, he did not expect to see the Hitman or Chugs in a parking lot brawl.
I would almost 100% guarantee that. Guarantee that, is they're just throwing each other on the concrete. This is where it gets very dangerous. When we talk about damage retention, cars
Chugs
like
ran
that,
into a car
concrete, that is what's going to not only beat
again.
you,
Oh my goodness!
not only going to beat you up, but as this tournament advances, you're going to carry that with you.
What does the Hitman have in mind?
Oh my God,
He's trying to run Chugs over.
I think he's maniacal.
Very uncharacteristic, like.
And Chugs again. That flatliner could be something that could knock out the Hitman. And shoves it into. I don't even know if the Hitman maybe didn't even feel it. Oh,
it's a curry to the back of the head. That too could knock out your opponent if you hit him in the correct spot.
If you hit that magic spot, I mean, clearly Chugs has a game plan here. Just putting his knee right on the back of the neck of Bret. He knows that's a way you can knock him out. Bret fight now.
Clearly, right now, this is any man's fight.
This is a dangerous.
It feels very evil. Here's that patent.
You were talking about this.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh no! And Chugs is not moving. Hitman is waiting.
So it's lining up for something else. Oh, big neck breaker.
Oh my gosh!
Huge maneuvers, but Chugs is still
bouncing
in this.
off the concrete.
And Bret a little off the mark with that one.
Perhaps clearing some space for more activities.
Potentially two. We do see those cars out there. Big shots to the face by Chugs.
Chugs sacrificing his own body to inflict more damage on the Hitman.
Right to the wall! Got Bret screaming out in pain.
How no one is... And look at that. Look at Chugs. What a great idea. Just club the man into submission or unconsciousness. One or the other will work in this type of match. Like you said, there's no referee.
Zero referee.
Who's to stop this madness?
You only stop when your opponent is knocked out. And right now, both men still stirring. So it could go either way. What is this?
Oh! Wow. Both men are feeling the effects. Chugs looking to inflict more pain.
And again. Oh my God, just throwing it. Bret can even hold himself up.
Oh. Vicious.
Oh, Chugs lining
We
him
see
up.
an ambulance in the background. Very fitting.
Chugs lining him up for something.
We could see it.
Oh, Bret sidestepped.
Hitman moved. Chugs countering. This is just a back and forth battle here.
And keep in mind, on the concrete, they are not in a wrestling ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Chugs does not miss twice.
Oh,
he does!
Wow!
Wow!
Great reversal by the Hitman.
The Hitman now stalking his prey.
They're just lining each other
Chugs
up.
need to be careful.
And another neck breaker.
Could that be it?
Still no.
Chugs still moving, but barely.
Bret, I think...
Hitman just loves wheeling shit.
I think he's just looking to roll that crate. He's just walking against that.
Could be awkward amount of time, giving Chugs a lot of time to recover here.
That's a bad mistake there by the Hitman. Something he wouldn't normally do. Maybe he's a little thrown off after those moves he's taking into the car.
And
oh my God!
And the Hitman could be, yes he is lacerated. By God, the man's lacerated.
Now we know what happens. Again, when a man sees his own blood, we know what happens. Oh my God!
Wow, vicious.
Right into the side of his head. This could have been a very bad move by Chugs.
Chugs needs to put this away quick.
Maybe.
And, oh! The Hitman. Oh!
That's it!
That will do it! That will do it!
Sonya Blade moving on.
A vicious dropping the Hitman across the knee, right on the back of his head, and Chugs is moving on. Sonya Blade is moving on.
Absolutely brutal.
Out of nowhere. Wow. Like we talked about, when a man sees his own blood, one of two things happen. You either rise to the occasion, you go to a different place, or you completely shoot your confidence right there.
God, I don't know. That brutal, absolute brutal match. Sonya Blade moving on. As we move on to our next match, Crispy Sandwich, represented by Shawn Michaels, and Joe Smiles Joe with Daniel Bryan in a ladder match.
Very nice.
Now, as we know here, Lenny,
Whoa.
have to climb that ladder, grab the briefcase with really nothing in it. Just if anything, it's a piece of paper that says you win the match.
Yes.
But it is not for anything more than that.
It's the concept.
That's it. You have to climb the ladder. But what a matchup here.
And is this 97 Michaels?
Yes.
My favorite.
97 Michaels against Daniel Bryan.
Fun fact, I believe Shawn Michaels did train Daniel Bryan for quite some time.
That is a fun fact. A little bit of history.
Now both competitors duking it out here in Battle of the Beast 4.
Now this is one of the cases of, does the student become the master here? We'll try to find out. I said Daniel Bryan, he's clearly in control right here.
Wearing down HB Shizzle.
Now, I've always wondered here. I've always enjoyed this phrase of Shawn taught Danny Bryan everything that he knows, but did he teach Danny Bryan everything that Shawn knows? That's the question right there.
That is the question.
Now, if you're either of these men here, Lenny,
yes,
and you're in a ladder match,
yes,
what is your strategy?
My strategy is to incapacitate my opponent to the point that they can't climb a ladder. They can't even pick up a ladder. Do you know how much damage a ladder can do?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want my opponent anywhere near a ladder, let alone climbing.
No.
So I'm going to inflict as much pain as I possibly can. I'm going to wear him down to the point where his mentality starts to break down. His ego starts to break down. His confidence starts to break down. And then eventually his body will break down with it.
That's right.
That's just me.
But also, if we're looking at both these competitors here,
yes,
we know obviously Shawn Michaels with the elbow drop, the switch in music.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan with the running knee, the yes kicks, the yes lock, all this stuff.
Educated feet as well, yes.
Which is more effective in a ladder match?
Oh my. I think it's going to boil down to, and both these men are very creative, so it's going to boil down to how creative you can get with the ladders in play. I think it's going to come down to whoever utilizes the ladders the most in this ladder match will be the deciding factor.
I could see that. Even just knowing the type of match
Bryan,
that you're in.
Lining up, Michaels already. Ooh, a jumping net breaker.
And goes right out for the ladder.
He's the first one to get his hands on that ladder. Now, will he set it up to climb or will he use it to his advantage?
That's the key right there. That's the key. If he thinks he's done enough damage, he could set it up. But obviously, Shawn Michaels stirring. So I feel like he might go for a little bit of damage here.
Oh, it looks to be setting up the ladder.
Potentially. But he knows.
Perhaps a ill-advised time to engage with the audience.
We'll find out. We will find out. Momentum is scampers up there.
Fast.
Hands on the briefcase.
Fast like a hamster.
This could be it already. Oh my God.
Michaels is not moving.
We know how difficult those clips are, though, to get the briefcase off, the title off.
They're from Canadian Tire.
That's right. You got to screw them. You got to push a thing. It's like a kid lock.
Michaels, get up there.
And he does.
Just in the nick of time.
And now just almost chopping him in the face.
Vicious chops to the side of the head. Oh, it
just
just
shoves him.
tosses him. Here's your chance, Sean.
Hands on the briefcase.
Oh! Wait a minute. Perhaps Daniel Bryan, not knowing where he is,
Was he
discombobulated from that
disoriented?
fall.
And slides back in, but could it be?
He's got to get up there.
He's got to run. There he goes.
He is fast up that ladder.
My God.
Hey, once again, both men.
Oh no. Oh
Another
no.
toss off. At
Staying
least
in the
this
ring
time he
this
stays in the ring.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Nice. We should be commentators.
We should.
But he's not moving. This gives Michaels a lot of time.
A lot of time on that briefcase. Which you need because we know that those clips are tricky.
Use both hands, Sean.
He's trying. You can see him fumbling. Bryan is not moving though. Ah, that's it.
Wow. I mean, it was getting to a point there.
You can only take a couple tumbles off of a ladder.
Very true.
That's very high up there.
Very true.
So, that's it.
Moving on. Very nice.
Crispy sandwich. Moving on. Hell of a
nice. Crispy sandwich.